Most people think the only way to trigger autophagy, your body's cellular cleanup mode, is through grueling multi-day fasts. But emerging research into a 1,000-year-old Japanese herb suggests there may be a way to support this repair switch while you're still eating. This rare botanical contains unique compounds that help stimulate the same cellular renewal pathways found in deep fasting. If you want to tap into the metabolic benefits of autophagy without the hunger, you need to see the science behind tomorrow's leaf. Let's dive in. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to Omni Healthy, your home for practical health solutions. If you find this kind of content helpful, hit that subscribe button. It really supports the channel and keeps these health tips coming your way. Before we dive in, always consult your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or lifestyle. My goal here is to share research and natural health insights. You decide what fits your wellness journey. Here's a discovery that genuinely changed how researchers think about aging. For decades, scientists assumed that cellular decline was simply inevitable, that the gradual buildup of damaged proteins and dysfunctional cell components was just what getting older looked like on the inside. What they found instead was a built-in rescue system the body had all along. In 2016, Japanese cell biologist Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for mapping exactly how this process works. And the world started paying attention. Autophagy, from the Greek words meaning self-eating, is your body's natural cellular recycling process. Think of it as an internal cleanup crew. Autophagy identifies damaged, misfolded, and worn-out cellular material, wraps it up, and breaks it down for usable parts. Research suggests this process plays a significant role in how cells maintain function as we age, and studies indicate that autophagy activity naturally declines with time. For many people over 50, it simply may not be running at the level the body needs. And that gap, researchers now believe, may be connected to the fatigue, brain fog, and metabolic sluggishness that too many people accept as just part of getting older. The good news, and this is exactly where today's herb enters, is that research suggests specific plant compounds may help support this process naturally. Stick with me, because what I'm going to share in part 2 about this particular herb surprised even me, and it has nothing to do with what you'd expect. There's a widely repeated belief in the health space that autophagy requires extended fasting, that you need to go 16, 18, even 24 hours without eating before your cells will begin to clear house. That's an incomplete picture, and here's why. Fasting activates autophagy primarily by lowering insulin levels and suppressing a cellular pathway called mTOR, the biological signal that tells a cell it's in grow and build mode. When mTOR is quieted, the cell shifts from growth into maintenance and autophagy kicks in. Here's what's important to understand. That pathway doesn't only respond to the absence of food, it also responds to specific molecular signals, including certain plant compounds found in whole foods. Early research suggests some of those compounds can interact with the same mTOR pathway, potentially activating similar cellular cleanup signals without requiring hours of caloric restriction. For many people over 50, this matters enormously. Extended fasting comes with real trade-offs at this stage of life: muscle loss, cortisol elevation, blood sugar instability, and energy crashes that aging metabolisms can struggle to recover from. In traditional Chinese medicine, this concept has never been framed as deprivation. TCM practitioners have always approached renewal through nourishment, through what you add to the body, not what you remove from it. And the herb at the center of today's video is quite literally one of the most striking examples of that philosophy I've encountered in practice. On the volcanic Izu Islands off Japan's Pacific coast, there grows a plant with a reputation that has lasted for over 1,000 years. Its name, Ashitaba, translates as tomorrow's leaf. Cut a stem today, and a new shoot typically emerges by the following morning. This remarkable regenerative quality in the plant caught the attention of traditional healers centuries ago. In traditional Japanese Kampo herbal medicine, and in parallel TCM traditions, Ashitaba, botanically Angelica keisuke, has been used for centuries as a tonic for vitality and digestion. But recently, researchers have begun looking at the science behind these traditional uses. What they found is a rare group of compounds called CHALCONEs. Specifically, they discovered one potent molecule called DMC. While many plants contain common antioxidants, the chalcones in Ashitaba appear to be quite different. Researchers often describe DMC as a specialized cellular janitor. It is one of the few natural compounds found to support the recycling process we call autophagy. In fact, emerging studies suggest that these unique chalcones may help trigger cellular renewal by supporting the body's own internal repair systems. But how can a plant-based molecule support a process that is usually associated with fasting? To understand that, we have to look at the debris that can accumulate inside your cells, and how this janitor helps the body clear it out. Enjoying this video? Hit that like button. It's free, takes half a second, and helps more people discover these helpful tips. Also, share it with friends who need this. Don't forget to click more in the description for product links and study sources we mention. Alright, let's keep going. Here's the promised reveal. And this is where I want you to pay close attention. In 2018, a research team published a landmark study in Nature Communications, one of the most rigorous peer-reviewed science journals in the world. Their goal was systematic: screen over 100 natural compounds for their ability to support longevity pathways at the cellular level. Of all the compounds tested, DMC, the chalcone found most abundantly in Ashitaba, was among the most consistently promising. Research suggests that DMC may interact directly with the mTOR signaling pathway, the same switch that extended fasting effects. In the study models examined, the chalcone appeared to activate autophagy markers in a pattern comparable to those triggered by caloric restriction. Now, it's important to be precise here. This research was conducted primarily in yeast, worm, fly, and mouse models. Human clinical trials on DMC specifically are still in early stages, and more research is absolutely needed before strong clinical claims can be made. When referencing this science, the language always matters. Research suggests, early studies indicate, findings are promising. That said, what makes this genuinely extraordinary is not just the autophagy connection. The same research pointed to potential support for mitophagy, the selective, targeted cleanup of damaged mitochondria specifically. Mitochondria are your cellular power generators. After 50, mitochondrial decline is one of the primary biological drivers of the fatigue, brain fog, and metabolic slowdown that most people chalk up to normal aging. The suggestion that a food-based compound may support targeted mitochondrial cleanup, not just general cellular activity, is a fundamentally different conversation. And it is rooted in a plant that Japanese healers were growing on volcanic cliffs 1,000 years before any of this biology had a name. I want to put my practitioner hat on for a moment, because after 30 years in this field, I've learned that the herbs which genuinely influence cellular signaling pathways deserve the most careful approach. The most powerful tools always do. As a food, Ashitaba leaf has been eaten as a vegetable in Japan for generations. It's found in salads, teas, and local dishes throughout the Izu Islands and is generally well tolerated. As a concentrated supplement, there are important considerations. First, because Ashitaba may influence mTOR signaling pathways, anyone currently on immunosuppressant medications, rapamycin-based therapies, or undergoing active cancer treatment should consult their specialist before use. These pathways are carefully managed in those clinical contexts, and introducing a compound that interacts with them requires professional oversight. Second, Ashitaba belongs to the Apiaceae plant family, the same family as celery, parsley, and carrots. If you have a known allergy to any Apiaceae plants, please proceed with caution and consult your healthcare provider first. Third, as always, if you are pregnant, nursing, or managing a complex chronic condition, this is a conversation to have with your care team before beginning. Start with the food form, the leaf powder, and work up gradually. And supplement only under guidance, particularly at higher DMC standardized doses. Thoughtful and consistent, always over fast and aggressive. Here's the simplest, most practical way to add this to your week. Food first, always. Start with half a teaspoon of Ashitaba leaf powder blended into your morning smoothie. The flavor is mild and slightly bitter. Think of it as a green, herbal celery note, and it pairs beautifully with green apple, cucumber, or coconut water as a base. Alternatively, stir it into warm green tea. Not boiling, warm, to preserve the heat-sensitive compounds. This combination is particularly interesting because green tea's EGCG has its own published research on mTOR interaction. Pairing the two gives you a complementary food-based combination that TCM practitioners would recognize intuitively, even if the molecular mechanism was named only recently. Add a small amount of fresh ginger and a squeeze of lemon. Both support absorption and make the blend genuinely pleasant to drink. That is the whole recipe. 3 ingredients. 1 step, done at breakfast. If you choose a supplement form, look for an extract standardized for DMC content, the specific CHALCONE compound the research focused on. A conservative starting point based on research contexts has been in the 5 mg DMC range. Always begin at the lower end and monitor your response. And remember, this is a long-game herb. Traditional use in Japan was daily, consistent, and measured in seasons and years, not days. The cellular conversation Ashitaba may be supporting is slow, quiet, and cumulative, exactly the kind of renewal that lasts. I gave you the recipe card, but if you want the full recipe, the complete food-first autophagy meal plan, and a comparison chart of the top autophagy supporting foods for the 55+ diet, comment RENEW below. I'll post it straight to the community tab for you. Want more health tips like this? Hit subscribe and the bell so you never miss out. Check out my other videos on superfoods, vitamins, and natural remedies. Tons of research-backed content waiting for you. Remember, your health is your wealth. Stay healthy, stay vibrant, stay omni-healthy.